Welcome to the ABCs of Preschool, the show that covers all things from parenting to childcare. And we're going to get real about how not just to survive, but thrive in the early years. I'm your host, Miss Amber. I'm a mom of 5 and early childhood expert with over 25 years in the industry. Whether you're a parent, an educator, or just curious about early childhood education, this podcast is for you. Each week, we're going to dive into what life looks like raising little ones, with special guests, industry experts, and personal stories that will leave you inspired and empowered. Get ready to explore, imagine, and discover the beautifully messy that comes with these magical years. Buckle up, because thriving during the early years is a wild and rewarding ride. Hello, this is Miss Amber with the ABCs of Preschool. I'm so glad you're here. This is a great topic today. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are prepping to send your little ones to preschool for the first time, to home daycare for the first time. They may be 2 or 1 or 3, and you're not only prepping them, you are probably prepping yourself, and the tears may be flowing. And if they haven't been flowing yet, they're about to, because school is coming. A lot of schools now start, in end of July, early August. I'm in Northern California. A lot of our schools start in August, so it is coming. And so today I just wanted to talk about some tips on how to get your little one ready for preschool and to get yourself ready. But today we're really going to focus on you and your little one and prepping them for preschool, because it's a huge milestone. It's such an exciting milestone. There's so much social and developmental growth that happens. I always say the 0 to 5 years are so extremely magical. It's probably why I'm so passionate about early childhood education, because there's nothing like it in this world. Truly, I mean, the amount of growth little ones have between the years 0 to 5 is extraordinary. And you're just not going to see that amount of growth again with your little ones. So I love preschool. Obviously, I own my own preschools, and I've been in this field for almost 30 years. And I've seen a lot of little ones come through my school, a lot. So here are just some of my 3 tips on the prepping of your little one for school. The first tip is to be excited. If you are nervous, if you're scared, and if you have anxiety about sending your little one to preschool, they're going to have anxiety as well. I talked about this on another episode, is leading by examples. Our kids feed off of us so much. So even on the inside, if you are like freaking out and you have anxiety and you're scared to death and you feel the tears because they're going to preschool and you can't believe that they've grown this fast, so quickly, and you're already here prepping for preschool and you feel all the feelings inside, I get it. I really, really get it. I remember, I get it, but we have to keep them within ourselves. And on the outside, really encourage you to be excited. If you are really talking it up, like, look, you're such a big girl or boy now. You get to go to preschool. This is so exciting. You get to meet friends. You get to paint. You get to play on the playground. You're going to have so much fun. Preschool is so much fun. If you talk like that and talk it up of how exciting it is, and you just keep that flow of conversation for weeks, we're in summer right now, but as you prep for your little one to go to school, you really want to be excited about it. You want to talk positively about it. You want to share how much fun they're going to have. And with this talk, this excitement and this sharing and this positivity, always remind them in it, mommy and daddy always come back for you, or mommy comes back for you, whoever's taking care of your child. And you're going to go there for a little bit to play, and then we come and get you. That's just in the conversation. And smile and be animated and be excited, because as you do that, you're building their confidence. They know it's a safe place to go. They know that they're going to have fun because you're presenting it like a really amazing thing. Like it's going to be such a fun thing. So tip number 1 is really to be excited and to talk positively about it. Because if they can feel your anxiety, if they can feel that you have apprehensions and you're scared to death, they're going to be scared to death. And it's a little side note, but I've seen so many families come through my door, so many different types of parenting, just so many different styles. And there's some parents that want their kids to scream and hold them tight because they feel very loved, right? But the opposite is happening. Like, we want our kids to be able to wave goodbye to us and run off and go play. And every little personality is different. Every child is going to be different. But I want to encourage you to step back, because we, as much as you may not feel the love, because most of my kids, when I was raising my little ones, they went to preschool. Sometimes I taught in my schools and sometimes not. But all of my kids, whether we were at the gym or church, whatever it was, they were the kids that barely said goodbye to me and just ran away. Like, they barely said goodbye. And then I could look on the side of me and there's a kid crying, "Mommy, I love you. Mommy, I love you. I don't want you to go." And then that mom is just holding them tight. And then the mom, we've had clients that don't want to drop off. They stay for a really long period of time. And then it just creates a bigger situation. But if we really step back, as hard as it is sometimes on our egos, we want our children to be confident. We want them to go into a classroom feeling good, feeling excited, feeling like they forget that you even have to go, because we're instilling them an independence and a confidence because we've talked about it and they know that they're safe, that they know they're going to be okay. So as much as it might hurt our ego, that they're not holding on tight and screaming, ultimately you want them to go in confidently and have fun. Now, there's going to be a lot of you with little ones that are not going to have the easiest transition. And as I say this, please do not be offended. But from all of my years of experience, this is probably a different episode, but when you do drop your child off finally, when that day comes, the quicker the drop off, the better. And we'll talk more about that in a different episode. But the first tip today is prepping your little one for preschool is be excited and talk positively about it. Tell them how much fun they're going to have, how they're going to meet friends, and that they'll just be there for a little bit and then you'll come back and get them. Tip number 2 is go shopping. Go shopping and have them involved. Really, really have them involved, because when they go to preschool, they may need a new lunchbox. They may need a backpack. Maybe you want to get them some preschool clothes. And when I say preschool clothes, I really want to let you know, like, go to Walmart and spend like $4.99 on shirts and shorts. Really don't spend a lot of money on clothes for preschool, because they will be filthy. They're going to get paint on them. The best schools are going to have your kids get really messy during the day. So do not spend a lot of money on clothes. Truly, you'll get frustrated because they're going to come home filthy all the time. But go shopping with your little one and get them involved. So have them pick out their backpack, have them pick out their lunchbox, maybe have them pick out a few new outfits if that's in your budget. But getting them involved just keeps building that excitement, how big of a kid they are now, how proud of them you are. And it just gets them excited because they are taking ownership of their school experience. So go shopping. That's such a great way for them to feel ownership that they are going into preschool. So in that, really, like, there's their water bottle, their backpack, their lunchbox. Maybe if they're sleeping at a preschool, they might need their blankets. Have them pick it all out. Let them do all the picking out of their school supplies, because it's going to get them really excited. And I cannot tell you how adorable and how cute it is on the first day of school when all these little 2-year-olds, little ones come into preschool with their little backpacks, and their little backpacks are almost like dragging on the ground. It's so cute, but they're so proud of their lunchbox. Sometimes they don't even want to let go of their lunchbox because it's like a little security blanket, and that's okay. But they're really proud and they're excited because they got to go shopping and pick out their backpack. third tip is read books. Read books. There's a lot of books out there on going to preschool, starting preschool. So read books. It's really good for kids to understand like what circle time you get to do, where you're going to have music and movement. There'll be art time. You get to go play outside. So as you read books and there's the pictures, so they get to see it, they get to understand. So reading books is a really great tool also to prep your little one for preschool. I know this is a really short episode today, but if you know someone that is prepping their little one, they have preschool for the first time in the fall, definitely share this video. I will have another video about the first day of school, and we'll talk about that. But these are just some really simple ways of prepping your little one. Actually, I'm going to add one more tip on here, number 4. Because if your child has never been in daycare or preschool or a home daycare setting, they've never left you, the transition's going to be, it could possibly be a little bit harder. So as you know, if you know in 2 months or 3 months, your little one's going to be dropped off, what I've told parents over the years is start practicing. Practice the drop-offs. It's a really great way to lessen the transition period in the fall when they do officially start. And what I mean about practice is if you have relatives in town, if you have a grandma or grandpa, aunts or uncles, cousins, if you have family that you love and you trust, maybe you can start doing a couple date nights. Maybe every other week you do a date night or you run errands and you drop them off at grandma's house. If you go to the gym to work out and they have a childcare center, start dropping your little one off at the childcare center, the daycare, or we go to church in the nursery. Just that practice and then knowing there's a switch that needs to happen in our little ones' minds to feel really comfortable for preschool, school, just being dropped off somewhere that's not you. There's a little switch that needs to happen in a light bulb moment that they know that you're going to drop them off. They're going to have a lot of fun. They're going to play. They're going to do art or outside. They're going to have a lot of fun, but you are going to come pick them up. They need that knowing and that trust that you will be there when it's over. And it takes some little ones a long time to really transition and to have that light bulb moment that they know you're coming back for them. But if you can start practicing before the regular preschool drop-offs, before that Monday, Wednesday, Friday class or the Tuesday, Thursday class or the Monday through Friday class full time, if you can start implementing at short periods of time, maybe it's you have a babysitter just for an hour. And they cry, they may tell you not to go, but it is okay to go. You give them a hug and you say, I love you. I'll be back soon. And if you just start practicing that, it's going to be their transition to preschool is going to go way smoother. So that's tip number 4. And I've really seen that work really, really well. Sometimes I'll do tours back in February and we don't start school until August. And so that's what I tell families to start practicing on is just that drop off practice. So tip number 1 is to be excited. Even if you're nervous on the inside, don't show it. Let's talk positively. Tell your child how fun it's going to be. They're going to meet friends. It's going to be awesome. 2, let them go shopping with you. Let them pick out their backpack, their lunchbox, their sippy cup, their water bottle, whatever it is. Let them pick it out. Let them have ownership in it because on that first day of school, your heart is going to melt. They're going to be the cutest little things with their backpacks and their lunchboxes, and let them carry it in. If they're excited about it, even though it's dragging on the ground, it's okay. They're excited about it. 3, books. Books are a really great way to read and let them understand what's going to happen with pictures. It's really, really a great tool. So find some books, go to the library, read some books on going to school. And tip number 4 is practice the drop off and pickups because we need your little ones. You want your little ones to have that light bulb moment where they know they're safe, where they're being dropped off, or when someone's watching them other than you and they know that you're coming back for them. Once they get that, it just makes school and preschool so much easier. So I hope you enjoyed these 4 tips on prepping your little one for preschool. Get excited. It's such a fun time when they get to preschool. Have a fabulous week. Wish it, dream it, do it. This is Miss Amber with the ABCs of Preschool. Visit me at thelovingstartway.com. All my socials are at The Loving Start Way. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Enjoy your week. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to hear this podcast. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss the next episode. For more information on how to work with me, Miss Amber, visit me at thelovingstartway.com or follow me on Insta at The Loving Start Way.